difficult. I guess I'll break off a little piece here. Let you kind of see the inside. If anybody's never seen the inside of aloe vera, okay, it's got that same sort of sap that we saw with the bulbine, but it's a greener sap. It'll sort of stain your skin yellow. Okay. Anybody that has wasp stings, burns, anything like that, this is some of the very best stuff you can put on there. It soothes the skin and feels like it helps it to heal. I don't know if there's scientific evidence for such, but it makes you feel better anyway. All right. So the sap sort of stains your skin a little bit yellow, like I said. The margins on this sort of look like yucca to some extent, or I'm sorry, agave to some extent. The leaves are not nearly as keeled, or they don't flatten out and then sort of round up normally like agave does, but they are, I guess, somewhat in their appearance similar. All right, these margins or spines on the margins, they're not pleasant. You don't want to like rub your hand up and down against them. They are kind of sharp, but they won't like impale you like an agave will. Okay. Also, typically the tips will be a little bit, they won't be nearly as sharp. They won't have the spines like an agave will. Okay. You also see that this blooms from axillary buds as well, so it won't die. It's not monocarpic after it blooms. These blooms, the buds, remind me of bananas. Sometimes they can be an orangish color, but especially when they're yellow, they remind me of sort of half-ripened bananas. And then as they begin to fall, begin to droop, that's when they send their reproductive structures out. All right, so the stamens and pistils make their appearance as they begin to droop. And you can see as well that this is another one of those flower structures that begins at the bottom and ends up at the top. Okay, so the flowers mature here, and then as you get toward the top, that's the last flowers to mature on the particular stalk. You'll also notice that it's sort of like a little candelabra shape. All right, typically not just one flower stalk, but a branch flower stalk. All right, so very flexible, even though it looks rigid, and also a very rubbery feel as well.
Andrew,
sure.
That one looks a lot more like grayish than some I've seen before.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a reason?
It's possible that I don't believe it's got anything to do with this particular plant, because this one has been green in the past as well.
But are those subspecies? Or?
Well, I'm not familiar with the subspecies, to be honest with you, but I think that it has to do with environment more than anything. All right, so you see this reddish cast is not atypical though. A lot of times you do see that in agave. I think one of the things is that a lot of people grow their agave in shade, and this has been grown mainly in sun.
Okay.
Okay, so that can also cause a cast too.